It is only a few minutes past 9, and as expected, this place is packed full. The number of people who couldn't get tickets to get in, and they're waiting outside. The general and the other top officials of the APC are not yet here, but I think they're about coming in, I don't know. But you know, like it's been said, or like we saw on social media, that the media spokesperson for the Goodluck Jonathan or for the PDP media campaign has hired some youths to, come here and demonstrate. As is expected, they are all here. And I actually spoke to some of them before I did this video. I just realized that they are actually Nigerians who are struggling here. Like someone mentioned that some of them are actually, I'm talking about the ladies now, pardon me, and the red light district back here. Some of these youths are actually unkept. I'm sorry, but I really have to say that because I drew close to some of them and they were obviously struggling. Look at them. I'm going to give you a closer view of what I'm talking about. Hi, how are you doing? I spoke to you earlier on. Please, I want you to tell me why you're doing this.
Because we don't want dictatorship in Nigeria anymore.
Why? What do you know about the general?
The general body?
Yes.
I just heard about him from people that he's not a good leader or something like that.
You only heard from people. Have you done your studies about him?
What is that?
Have you done your studies about him?
No, not at all.
No. But how did you come about this demonstration?
I was told, I don't know what to say. I'm not prepared for this interview at this moment.
Nice. Okay, let me speak to my sister. How are you doing, darling? What's your name? Okay, tell me why you're doing this demonstration. You don't really know. Why don't you know?
Is it because of the voting?
Because of voting. What do you believe in? You're not Nigerian.
I am Nigerian, but I'm...
Where are you from in Nigeria?
Yoruba.
You're Yoruba.
So I don't really know anything much about...
You don't know much about politics. Okay, so tell me what you're doing here then.
I came here to, support...
Support who?
That we came to support.
You came to support Goodluck Jonathan.
Yeah.
Why are you supporting Jonathan?
I don't know.
You don't know why you're supporting him. So why are you against Buhari?
Oh, I'm not against anyone. I'm not against anyone.
Okay, but why are you here for this demonstration?
I don't really know.
Okay then, you don't know why. That's fine. Okay. The girls I was going to speak with earlier on, they've actually moved. Hello, darling. Can we speak? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Can you tell us about this demonstration?
I don't really know much about it. Speak about it.
I just want to get. You don't want to speak to me?
No.
Why don't you want to speak?
So what party do you represent?
No, I'm a
Freelance. Hello.
Sweetheart, can you speak with me, please? I want you to tell me about this demonstration.
I don't know what to say. I don't really know.
Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it for your president? But why are you doing this against General? So you could see that quite a number of them are actually avoiding me. They actually have no idea why they are doing this demonstration. And it's actually sad. And like it was rumored, I would like to use that word, that they were paid to do a thing like this. It is quite obvious that they were actually paid
Excuse me, these are students.
like this.
They can only work for a few hours a week.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I can understand or relate to their sentiment.
Okay.
The reason why being not in their interest, but the fact that they need to put food on their table, they have to do this.
So they have to do
They
it.
have to do this. Don't blame them. They are just a victim of the same system that have been there trained us in the last 6 years.
Okay.
Sorry, poor students. These are students. And these are international students.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? This is the much I'll be able to take for the moment, but I'm going to come back and do more interviews, speak to more people, find out what they feel about this, because this is embarrassing to the nation. But notwithstanding, the general is going to be here here soon. He's going to march in there. The conference is going to hold. When we come back, we'll see if we'll be able to, of course, talk with him. And like I said, you want to say something?
One more thing I would like to say. You can imagine the same very youth
Yes.
General is trying to speak for
Yes.
are there masquerading good luck Jonathan. This is just for special.
It's sad indeed. It's sad. Okay, people. Thank you.
You just arranged it. It's not like. No, but you should be part of it if you arranged it.
Don't worry, that's left for me to decide, not you.
No, if you arranged the meeting,
Yeah.
then you should feel proud to actually be part of it.
Can you stand behind him?
Huh?
Come on.
Come. Sister.
What is the man's name? I just love these guys, I swear down.
So wait. So generally, if I want to do something like this, you can help me work it out.
Yeah. We're from Manchester.
You're from Manchester?
Everybody.
Are you serious?
That's what I do. I will leave here in a bit now.
Why?
I don't want the big guys to see me.
The big guys.
They all know me.
No. What? So for you,
I can give you my contact.
I need your contact. I need your card. So what you do is that it's a business, and you generally arrange for crowds and stuff like that. So if I have some political organizing in the UK, you can help me work it out.
Anywhere, even US, Nigeria, Dublin.
I have something. I actually have something for General Buhari.
Where? Today we're supporting Jonathan. Tomorrow we're going to support Buhari.
That's what I'm saying. So I want to arrange something for General Buhari, but I need a lot more than this.
I can arrange 100.
You're welcome back. Now that was the clips from outside Chatham House in London, where General Buhari gave his speech earlier today, and the lady that conducted that interview is Rose Graham of Ben TV. Now, Oba, let me come to you with this. The last lady that talked said today it's
they are
for
supporting
Jonathan.
tomorrow maybe
it
for
can be.
Buhari. Nigerians are Nigerians anywhere in the world. This is a business person, is a business woman, no doubt about that. What she does is she gets a crowd and rents it out to the highest bidder. That is what we are seeing playing out right here on our screen. And you see most of the protesters, most of the demonstrators that the journalist spoke with, that's Rose
yeah.
spoke with, you realize that they don't even know the personality that they are protesting against. They don't even have an idea of what is happening in Nigeria. Their own is, okay, we'll pay you, is it £1? I don't know the amount that they were paid. We'll give you a placard, just go to Chatham House, carry the placard for a number of minutes or hours. You get paid, smile to the banks. That's all. So I don't know, it's so sad that we are being represented by this kind of people outside the shores of Nigeria. It's sad.
Now, let me come to you with this. Now, you watch this, and it's like a typical social media activist we see. And we join issues with a lot of things that they don't even know anything about. And how do you feel when you listen to this, you watch this, and as being a Nigerian?
Honestly, I feel really distressed. It's something that really put me to shame. One, because we had read that they were planning a protest to try and take the wind out of the sail of General Buhari's outing today. And at the end of the day, they carried out their inglorious mission. I would have expected that people will not go to this extent to shame Nigeria, but politics is war, and they say in war you don't expect fairness You know, every weapon that you can lay your hands on, you try to deploy it. This is exactly what these people have done. They've carefully chosen protesters from a group of suffering Nigerians, or struggling Nigerians in the UK. Nigerians struggling in the UK. These are the people that they've made, I think, $20 or how much were they said to have been
probably
paid.
went there in search of the so-called proverbial greener pastures.
Yes, but they found the place not so green. And now some Nigerians have gone there to use them for this kind of inglorious mission. It's so sad. But at the end of the day, we didn't get to see all that transpired. At the end of the day, the pro-Buhari crowd thoroughly outnumbered the anti-Buhari crowd, which underlines the popularity of the People's General. So I don't think anybody would take what they have done seriously. The important thing was that Buhari had an opportunity to speak to a global audience, and he made a very good use of the opportunity. Tomorrow nobody will be talking about this crowd. They will be talking about all kinds of takeaways from the presentation that he made, what he said during the question and answer session, where he said, yes, I've seen my doctor. You know, a lot of us knew Buhari was going for medical checkup, but because he's not terminally ill, he's not suffering from any debilitating ailment, he still had the strength to be able to do a number of other things, to honor other appointments, just as the governor of Ogun State said.
Now you're watching the pictures of pro-Buhari crowd on the screen. You can see the number, like Jide said, quite outnumbered those who were masquerading.
They thoroughly outnumbered the rented crowd. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you tell yourself that, look, this is about my country. It's about our country. And if you are committed to change, you can't be happy with what is going on. So you do your best to get that message across, that it is not as if this man is hated in our country. Because that's the message that these people wanted to send. That, look, he's a dictator, that's the way he's seen in the country. But the other group have come out in good number to show that, no, Buhari is loved at home, and they should not take seriously what these people have done today.
No, but Majid, let me come to you with this. Look at what happened. It's not a good representation of Nigeria, no doubt. But don't you see this as a big challenge to whoever will come in May 29? Because we have so much work. It simply shows we have so much work. The youths, we say, are the leaders of tomorrow, definitely showing that, look, probably they're not ready. Yeah,
listening to Rose Graham, who conducted that interview for Ben TV, she actually said most of the ladies who came for that protest were picked from the red light zone, and if you know what that
prostitutes.
means, they are prostitutes, Nigerians, prostitutes in Nigeria. And you could see from the first lady that was interviewed, she said she's a Nigerian, and look at the way she pronounced Yoruba. She said Yoruba, which means she doesn't even know what
where she belongs.
And you can see, I mean, they have no idea of whatever they were doing there. I learned the lady who said that she can organize this for the other party was actually paid about $10,000 to recruit those protesters at about between about £100 per person to
come out and do this.
To come out and do that, and you could see that most of them were just miffed. They were just there chanting, don't even know what they were talking about. It's like you said, it's a serious challenge, and that was why Buhari said in his statement that he never expects to be a miracle worker. Things are so bad that, I mean, where do you want to start? Where do you start from? Is it from getting the dollar, which is at 225 naira now, back to 165 naira, or the pound sterling, which is now 238 naira to £1? The challenge of taking it back to that level, or in an economy that where we are going to be having the crude oil prices that are hovering around 50.
There's a particular video I want you to listen to while Nigerians are busy fighting for and against. The leaders have a different perspective about this politics and about life. Just listen to this.
When is that? How are you, Mr. President? How is that? How is the campaign? That's wonderful. How are you? How is that?